More is needed to be done, whereas mental health is confirmed and suicide prevention. Hi everybody, it's Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to discuss the very, very difficult subject of mental health awareness and suicide prevention. What has prompted me to do this was an email I got last night. That email was from change.org, yes, the petitions company. At the moment, with all the turmoil that's going on in the world, there's a hell of a lot of, shall we say, activist type things happening. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. But I 100% agree with this, and when I saw this, I was absolutely shocked to the core, but in a way not surprised. Scotland has the highest rate of suicide in the UK. 100,000 people, there's 16 per day kill themselves, or something like that. That's what I read. That is absolutely shocking. Now, the mind, as we know, is a very complicated thing, and there is so many things that we still don't understand about the human brain and the mind, even now in 2020. I urge the powers that be to be doing more about it. A mental health structure is not fit for purpose. I'm sorry. Yes, we have progressed in 25-30 years a lot, as we've become to understand more about the human brain and about the functions. But now more than ever, particularly with the abnormalities we've got going on in the world at the moment, what with the coronavirus and all of the grief that it's going to cause, now more than ever, it's time to wake up and take action. I'm not joking you. I'll go back to my own personal experience a few years ago when I first reached out to some sort of mental health organisation for help. The experience was not good. It was not good in that I was basically told, you're not depressed enough. Well, that is a really putting your head in the sand way of looking at it, because what they should realise and what I realise is that it is a spectrum, mental health. You know, think of it like a rainbow. On some days, you feel as happy, full of energy, absolutely great. On other days, you don't want to get out of bed and you feel worthless and not great. And yes, the little voice in your head can say, I don't want to be here anymore, I've had enough. I don't want anybody to feel that they're not listened to or heard, okay? The government have got to start wising up and doing more. This is not me having a rant, although it may sound like I am, but reading that was absolutely shocking yesterday. The petition wanted support that the Scottish Government were going to include in the curriculum for adolescent children, teenagers as it were, the introduction of mental health awareness and suicide prevention. I am pro that. I'm 100% behind that. There has to be more education, more understanding and more funding into mental health. When you hear a statistic that is that bad, that 16 people out of 100,000 are killing themselves, alright, percentage wise it's not a lot, but it's still too much, and it is still shocking, and there still needs to be more done. We have to try and get to the root of this. We're already at the tip of the iceberg. We're going about the coronavirus being a pandemic. There is a bigger pandemic in mental health at the moment. The coronavirus is causing some of it, in fact a lot of it. And personally myself, now is not the time to be sitting around just waiting for a solution. Now is the time to be finding practical solutions. Now is the time to be funding mental health support. Now is the time to be getting more research into the workings of the human brain, teaching the new generation that are coming through, which by the way are the most vulnerable and the ones that are suffering probably the most out more than ever, that it's alright to not be okay, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there is somewhere you can go and someone you can talk to. You don't want to talk about it. They can just have somebody listen to what you've got to say, etc., etc. There has to be more done. That is a shocking statistic. I don't want to be reading stuff like that ever again. And I hope that the petition is upheld and the Scottish government do something about it, because while I may not be Scottish, I'm English. I have Scottish family. I have 2 cousins who are Scottish, and believe me, as any part of my family, they're loved very much, as is any other human being. And it will not, it will not ever work this way if we carry on. It's only going to get worse before it gets better. More has to be done. More has to be done to help those that need it. And now is the time, people, alright? I had to make a video about it because I brought it up a few weeks ago with Robin Williams. We cannot live with our head in the sands forever. Something's got to be done. There's more pressure on people now than ever, and it's our lifestyle, pace of life. More's got to be done to address it before it becomes even worse. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me today, as always. Thank you very much. Rather sombre way to end the week, I know. To try and end on a positive, but I feel that this really did need addressing, so bear with me on that. This is the 3rd and final video of the week. Look out for the next video, which will be start of next week. If you've liked what you've listened to today, please do drop a comment below. Hit the subscribe button. Remember to subscribe. Hit the bell sign as well, the notifications. Let's hear it go ding dong. And also give us a thumbs up if you're pro this as well, because I feel the more support we have, the better we can do something, and it has to be done now. Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Look after yourselves. We will get there one day.